Second Nature for Children is in the house. I hope everyone had a great Sunday. Of course, I did, absolutely. Today, I want to talk about something that's very serious, and that is prayer. But a lot of us don't understand prayer. And so I want to do a two-part series on this because tonight I want to do understanding prayer, what prayer is. And then I'll come back tomorrow or either Tuesday and I will do a part two on does prayer work? We're going to look at it from a different angles. I'm going to bring some sources to show you whether prayer work or not. And we're going to look at it from several different ways. But tonight, I just want to make sure that everyone have an understanding of prayer. Let's do that. Let's do that tonight. First, let's make sure that we understand what prayer is. So as you're coming into the room, my Facebook family, make sure you go over to YouTube, subscribe, hit them thumbs up, and make sure you share this information because I promise you, you know someone who need to hear it, and you need to hear it as well. And so we're going to jump right into it. Understanding prayer. Understanding prayer. Prayer is to speak to God in worship. Whatever your God is, whoever your God is to speak to God in worship. Now, worship is to give honor and reverence to. What you're going to give honor and reverence to is to enter into a spiritual communion with God. When you pray, you're entering into a spiritual communion with God. Now, when you enter, you either go into, you come into, or you become a part of. So you're really getting ready to get close to that higher power because you're getting ready to have a conversation. And so to pray is to worship the God that you're speaking to, is to honor, give reverence, is to enter into a spiritual communion. That's what it means to pray. You enter, go into, you come into. That's why in the book, and we're going to use what they call the Bible and use a scripture out of there. Because Matthew in that chapter 6 talking about going into the closet and shutting the door. So at this point, when you're going to have that conversation with your higher power, you want to be able to shut things out. You want to be able to close the door to whatever you're worrying about or whatever you're thinking about. And you just want to tune in to that which you are giving reverence to. Now, you're going into a spiritual communion. And when you start talking about the spiritual, now the spirit, now you're dealing with the spirit, okay? You're talking about the immaterial part of man. When you're dealing with the spirit, you're talking about the immaterial part of man, meaning not the physical, but that which dwells within you. So now you're getting ready to take that which dwells within you, your spirit or your soul, and you're getting ready to take it to have a conversation with the higher power, your spiritual communion. You're getting ready to take that which within you and go have a conversation with the higher power. Communion is an act of sharing. You're getting ready to go and share some information. It's something that you're getting ready to give up. It's an exchange of thoughts and feelings. You're getting ready to go and express yourself. You're getting ready to go to that higher power that you honor, that you give reverence to. You're getting ready to go to it in the spirit, and you're getting ready to exchange something, commune with it. You're getting ready to go and give something up. You're getting ready to go have a close spiritual relationship with that dwells within you. Has nothing to do with religion. I can took it away from religion. Everyone should have that higher power that they deal with. Don't care nothing about religion, because when those lights go off at night and you're laying there and you have thoughts, well, you got to deal with you. You need that something that you can talk to, because we are in definitely some rough times. And so you need that something to be able to talk to and to speak to and to get through these rough times that a lot of us are facing. So to pray is just to, in the spirit, go to that what you honor and have a intimate relationship with that, a close relationship, an intimate talk. And so we're going to look at, let me pull it up right here and show you something. And we're going to use this scripture from the Bible. Show you something. And I like the Bible. It's a good book. I don't take it literally. Absolutely not. But it's a good book. I enjoy it. I use it, but I use it from an allegorical standpoint where I can take things out of the Bible and I can correlate it into my everyday life, that it will help me today in 2023. So we're going to look at it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and we're going to start right here in verse 9. And Jesus was talking, and it's right here in the red. This then is how you should pray. Now, in this book right here, coming from the Baptist church, this is not the Lord's Prayer. I know we've been taught that this is the Lord's Prayer. And it's called that because Jesus taught this prayer. If you go into Luke 11, you'll see where he taught this prayer to his disciples. But this is called the model prayer, Model. And what he's saying is you model your prayer after this prayer. And really he's saying petition these things to that you're reaching out to. To petition is a formal request to a superior. You're petitioning these things each day. So he said that when you go and speak to that higher power, our Father in heaven, this is from the New International Version. He said the first thing you do is give reverence to that power that you're speaking to, our Father. You could say your Father, your Lord, your God, whatever you would like to say. He just say it's just to model your prayer off this prayer right here. So it says, our Father in heaven, you acknowledging who you're speaking with. Heaven, you're letting them know, hey, that you sit on high. Heaven is the highest place. Hallowed be your name. I honor you. I worship your name. I worship you. Your kingdom come. I need you to come and sub with me. Come in me. I need that spirit of you, my God, to come within me. And it goes, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's already written, the things that you should do in the way that your higher power would have for you to live. So you would want that will to be done from your higher power that's already written for you to do in heaven. You need to do it on earth. And that's one of the biggest problems that I'm having with the so-called believer, the one who just has accepted for the scriptures to be real. They're not doing the will because they're not doing any work. They're not doing any work. That's a problem that I'm having at that part right there. So you want that whatever is written for you in heaven, the great works that you're supposed to be doing, that while you are here on earth, that you are doing them. Give us this day our daily bread. Now, mind you, he was talking in Luke to the disciples. That's why you see ours, us, and these things. And when you ask for your daily bread, you just need to be fed within a 24-hour, whatever you need to make it through the day. Give us our daily bread. You know, you may encounter getting bad news, or you may have a wreck, or something bad may happen, or anything may happen. You just need to have the sanity. You need your daily bread. You need to be fed whatever it's going to take, whatever is going to happen to me during the course of this 24 hours. I need to be able to handle it. I need you to give me what I need to make it through this day. Now, if you go and you'll see what Paul told the Thessalonians to pray without ceasing, he was just telling the church, hey, make sure that you constantly talk to that higher power. If that higher power dwells within you, why and how could you go all day long? And now, can you imagine you have someone with you all day and you all don't even talk to each other and you all are together all day? So that's what Paul was talking about. So when we get back here, you're asking for your daily bread. Just feed me, give me what I need to make it through this day. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Forgive me if I've done anybody wrong. Forgive me of my sins. And for the ones that has done me wrong, I'll forgive them. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And lead us not into temptation. The Bible says that God always give you a way of escape before you go and do anything wrong. He does not tempt you, but deliver us from the evil one. It's just protection from what they will call Satan. And believe me, whether you know it or not, you're around evil people all day long. So you definitely want to be protected. And in this society, in this world we're in, you know, we're dealing with a lot of psychological issues that our people are dealing with. So always remember that that prayer in Matthew 6, 9 through 13, and that Luke 11, starting at 1, is called the model prayer. And Jesus taught that prayer to his disciples. And a lot of people don't know that in the Bible, now this is the Lord's Prayer. Let's see if we pull it up right here. This is the Lord's Prayer. This is where, will it go on up some? Let's look at it. All right. See right there, John 17. After Jesus said this, he looked toward heaven and prayed. This is the Lord's Prayer. This is Jesus' prayer right here. Not Matthew 6 and Luke 11. That was just a prayer that he taught. And a lot of people does not know that Jesus prays to be glorified. This is his prayer. This is Jesus praying. Father, the hour has come. Glorify your son, that your son may glorify you. For you granted him authority over all people, that he might give eternal life to all. You see this right here? This is Jesus praying. You see that? A lot of folks don't know. That's the Lord's Prayer. John 17. Then it tells you right here that he prayed for his disciples. Still in that same book, just continuing. Then, as it go on, he prayed for the believers. So that's how that goes. So I wanted to show you that, and I wanted you to understand what it means to pray. We'll stop sharing. Now I want you to go take a look at that. And we're going to come back. I'm going to either do it tomorrow or I'm going to do it Tuesday. You can shoot me a comment And let me know if you would like to go ahead on for me to continue that tomorrow or Tuesday. Anytime you would like to be a part of the show, all you have to do is hit me up, snfchildren at gmail.com. Uh, Always dealing with the mind, the body, and the soul. And I just want to make sure, family, that you understand prayer. Do you know that I told you on another tape, you got to go back and look at the other films that I put out, that anytime we begin to talk about religion, then it takes me back to slavery. And it's a tape that I put out where I was asking, do you think that these things hurt us as a people in 2023? And that's the word saved, believe, belief and faith is really the same. Hope. See, this is what you got to understand. If we go back to the 1600s, let's just go back to the 1600s. Let's just go back to slavery as a lot of us understand it under the Europeans. People who was called the Negroes, that's all they had. They didn't have the technology and the mindset that we should have today in 2023. So they was going through so much back then. Put yourself, go back to 1600 or when doing it, that 400 years of that slavery. Go back to that period of time where, and think about all the things that was being done to people of color. So you didn't have the opportunities back then that you have now. So in order for you to survive and make it through those times, you had to have hope. You had to dig into your spiritual way of knowing just to make it. You had to have faith. You had to depend on something. Please, something come help us because we was in a different time. And I want you to hear what I'm saying. Please, something come help us. We have hope. We got faith. We believe that something, that's the only thing we have. We can't do nothing about our situation right now unless we try to run, get away, escape, but we're scared. So we're hoping because we can't do nothing, a lot of us feel. And I just want you to hear, and I want you to see that mindset. I want you to see, you got to see that mindset of hoping. We got faith. We're sitting here in this barn. We can't go nowhere. We can't do nothing. We can't do nothing to make a difference, but we got hope something is coming. Stay there in the 1600s with me and think about us as a people sitting in that barn after we have watched one of our brothers or sisters be lynched or beaten or just humiliated, and we're scared and we don't want it to happen to one of our loved ones, but we're calling on this something that we've been just taught about, that we've heard about. We can't do nothing. We're depending on something to help us. Now we have brought that same mental mentality for generations and generations and generations to what's hurting us right now today. Is that we still believe that. When you rather know than to believe, you don't have to sit around anymore hoping. Get up and make a difference. It's 2023. You're not still in that barn where you just got to sit around and be waiting on this something. That something dwells within you. So now it's time for us as a people. We're hurting because we're stuck here in the past. And we're still living that old way from the 1600s. I just want you to think about it. That's why we're hurting as a people, because we're still waiting on that something to come and save us. Well, we don't have to wait on that anymore. If you want to get something done, get up and go get it done. That's where we are, family. We got to stop the hoping and the faith and the believing in this and that. And you have to do it. Let me be very transparent about something. It's okay to do it if you're going to act on it. But if you're not going to act on your belief, if you're not going to use the faith that you have, if you're not going to act on the hope that you have, I promise you, family, you always gonna find yourself behind or in a bind, because we are in a different time. This is not the 1600s anymore. You are in 2023. You don't have to wait on that something to come and rescue you. You don't have to wait on that something to come and save you. You are not in that barn anymore. Come out, liberation. But you're still in that barn here. You got to be set free. We're still incarcerated from our past, generation, generation, generation after generation. So I just wanted to share that with you. Understanding prayer, and it just simply taking that which dwells within you, connecting with that you're worshiping and giving honor to. But then once you do that, family, you got to go out and do something to make a difference. There's nothing or no one that's coming to save you. You're going to have to save yourself. All the hope and faith and belief, you got to act on that. You can't sit back in the barn and just wait. It's time for us to make a movement. Everybody ready? So I'm going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to do either tomorrow or Tuesday. Shoot me a comment. Let me know when you'd like to get to it so we can get to it. If you'd like to hit me up, snfchildren@gmail.com. Make sure you go to our website, Second Nature for Children, snfchildren.org. See the great work we're doing with the children in the community. I'm calling out all men who would like to make a difference in our children's lives. Hit me up. And we're going to talk about that on another occasion too, because the man is supposed to be the head. And if the head is not right, that means the body is not going to be right. And I see that in the communities where the head is not right. So I can see how there's so much destruction in the community because the man is a fallen man. And it's time for the man to get up and brush himself off, and let's do a great work. So make sure, family, you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, make sure you share this information. And when it come down to the mind, the body, or the soul, if you need my help, and I know you do, because I see you, I'm reading statistics, especially with fitness. I see you need my help, but you're sleeping, you're unconscious. And I'm going to talk to you about dying prematurely as well. So, family, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank you for just sharing this time with me. Like I say, once again, make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share this information because you know someone who needs it. And that is the understanding of prayer. Until the next time. Peace out, family.